Yes, everybody, us on the West Ham Network. Hope you're all safe and well. Happy Friday. We've done another week and we are almost back. Premier League is almost back. Fulham at Craven Cottage tomorrow. Normal, traditional kickoff times. We love to see it. And so we'll be doing the watch along and prizes to be won in the watch along as always. We've predicted 11 shows and things like that as well. So keep an eye on the channel as per usual. Lunchtime today, we did sort of a reinvigoration of the Fun Day Hammers quiz, and we'll be bringing you back that not every week, but every so often, so you can win again some lovely prizes. But it's Hammers Headlines in association with the KUMB.com boys. 3 stories as per usual. So let's crack on. The first one is sort of. Bit of a not. I don't know. It's weird. So West Ham have until I believe tomorrow to submit the Premier League squad ahead of the remainder of the season, 25-man squad, where all that homegrown and academy and stuff like that. Julian Lopetegui did mention at his press conference that the window was shut and they were going to be utilising maybe the academy for those sort of needed spots, particularly the centre half number 4 spot. I believe Caelan Casey was the preferred choice. Obviously, John Egan had a trial during the international break, 5-0 win against Dagenham and Redbridge. He played 60 minutes, but ended up signing for Burnley. And so we thought that was done and dusted. However, a report in Who 24 suggests that West Ham could be in sort of last-minute further negotiations with Joel Matip about potentially signing for the club. It reported today that we remain still interested in a free transfer for the Liverpool man, with further negotiations pending over the completion of a deal. The reason why this has maybe materialise a bit more was because apparently Matip had positive talks with Bayer Leverkusen, and that has apparently fallen through. And so maybe West Ham are going in and talking about in terms of a backup option, which would probably explain why John Egan did a trial, not necessarily Joe Matip. Maybe the belief was Joe was going to go to Bayer Leverkusen, but that deal's failed to materialise. So could it be we came for a last minute? I don't think so, to be honest. Now, of course, I'm right in assuming that we can still sign players after the transfer. We have to submit our squad. However, they won't be able to play in the Premier League. They could still play in the cup competitions, I want to say. Bit different with Europe because obviously they can be registered for Europe after every game, but we're not in Europe anymore now. So he wouldn't be able to play if we signed him after Saturday until January, I believe. I'm not too sure, but I think that is what is required for that. Obviously, there's still a number of players. I think the Turkish deadline closes today, I think, with the likes of Luis Al heavily linked with a move out. I think it'd be one out, one in. If Luisa did go, then I think then Matip would come in, but Luisa's nowhere near the first team squad. So I bought it because it was quite. I brought it to the table because I thought it was quite interesting, And these things tend to sort of go quiet when things go quiet, then they tend to happen. It's happened pretty much. We weren't buying Somerville, then we bought Somerville. Todibo was going to Juventus, then we got him. Kilman, they accepted, then we got Kilman. Could Matip be the last one? 50-50 in it. 50-50 in my eyes. Now, one player who we spoke about a couple of the players like yesterday that Tim's potentially looking to bring on, Ibrahim Mazza, Aguili from Norslad, but another guy has been added to that list in terms of the next generation. According to a claim in the Turkish media, West Ham and Aston Villa will make an attempt to sign the Besiktas midfielder Ernest Muchi when the transfer window reopens in January. The Albanian was linked to a move to Villa this summer, as Besiktas looked to offload him. We were also sort of lukewarm link to the Albanian. But according to Aksam, the Turkish news outlet, it reported today on recent developments with Muci and the Superliga side, saying that West Ham and Villa have both shown interest and are ready to bang on the door in the new year. And it's claimed he'll be open to a move to the Premier League. Well, duh. The Turkish media outlets say the Black Cats, no, that's Sunderland, Black Eagles, aren't they? Besiktas would accept offers around 50 million euros after he's failed to make an impact since his move from Legia Warsaw during the last winter transfer window. 17 appearances for the Superliga last season, 4 goals. However, this year he's only made 1 start in all competitions for Besiktas, and he's contracted until 2027. 15 million euros don't seem too shabby, Alonso, really. And again, one for the future. One would be, although he's maybe a little bit further down the line than some of the other players we've been linked with, he could be a interesting player. And lastly, the Premier League is due to announce a raft of games changes, a significant impact for West Ham fans, particularly the travelling fans, for November, with one of them being a much mooted and much frustrated change. Newcastle away on a Monday night. The full breakdown of changes are so the Nottingham Forest away, that remains on the 2nd of November at 3:00. Our home game against Everton is still going to be at night on the 7th, the week after, at 3:00. Our away game to Newcastle is likely to be moved to Monday, the 25th of November, at 8 p.m, and that's due to Sky coverage. And I believe the last direct train is something like 10 o'clock or something ridiculous like that. But also the Arsenal game on the 30th, the home game, has been moved to the 5:30 slot, which I don't really like. I mean, these changes are expected to be announced tomorrow, but again, it exemplifies the frustration with broadcasting changes with a current fan base in the fact that the Newcastle game, I mean, West Ham fans, obviously, Anton will be all right because he only lives a couple of hours down the road. But those travelling from, the likes of London, Essex area, for 8 o'clock on a Thursday, having then had to walk up all those stairs to get to the top as well, just shows that, it just shows for the broadcasters there's no reflection on, travelling fans. And it's something we spoke about in the big debate yesterday with Gatesy. If the Premier League's getting too big for their boots, if people care about the fans, that type of thing. And that's it, my friends. Thank you very, very much for your time as per usual. Check out Hammer's headlines, kumb.com, all that good stuff. And until next time, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay home.